If you don't get these three things right, you really aren't going to be very successful on eBay or really on any platform. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the three most important things that you should always try and get right whenever you're reselling. Now, one of the biggest things and biggest factors I see why people aren't selling after looking at just a ton of eBay stores is that the title is just not right. There's keywords that are missing. They don't understand enough about the object and why someone would want it. Not just knowing that you can find a price on it, but using proper keywords is a good, huge plus. When I look at people's stores, a lot of the time I'll find many items, and again, I only comment or even look at a certain percentage of them, and every single time I've looked at someone's store, there was keywords missing out of the title. Words that somebody would have searched for to find that item at a higher rate than what they had it titled at originally. And usually I'll make some suggestions, they'll change it. And the majority of the time, they will sell some of the items that they change the keywords or mix up the title a little bit too. So basically with any listing, keywords title is one of the most important aspects of the listing. Probably right up at the #1 slot. I know a bad photo isn't great, but if you have a proper title and someone can find it, they may be able to look past the photo. So as long as you're able to draw people in by having the right keywords in something. A good example of this would be a mug with a pug dog on it, and you just having it titled adorable mug with dog or something, without the breed, without the type of dog it is. You're going to have a ton of people that won't ever see it because it'll be too many items in that category to scan through looking forever. But if you add pug to it, chances are it's going to sell much quicker for a decent price. This is one of those three things that you have to get right. The next one would be the photographs. You have to have good photographs. Now, many times I'm able to sell items more than other people would because the item shows it off. Mine will stand out over and above theirs. Or again, it could be a combination of reasons why mine sells over somebody else's. If you got the wrong title, missing the keywords, the photo's bad, you're not going to sell it as quickly or maybe not at all if you're missing something out of that listing. No one may ever find it to actually look at it, to even begin to think about buying it. Now, on top of the title, on top of the photo, the last piece of the information here that's key to your item doing very well is the price. Knowing what it goes for or what it could go for is key to it as well. If you've got something that usually sells for $100 priced at $1,000, no one's going to look at it and no one's going to buy it. It's just facts of the day. I see stuff like that on eBay quite often where somebody will be asking $1,000 for 50 postcards or something, for example, and there's nothing special about them. Or trying to sell a lot of vintage Star Wars figures or comic books for $1,000 when they're all like modern day bronze, random issues with nobody in it. It's the same basic principle. Everybody in their right mind who collects those or would be interested in stuff like that isn't even going to look at certain items if the price is insane to begin with. If it's too low, you'll sell it real quick, you'll give away a bunch of money, or people won't look at it because they think it just can't be legit because of the price you got it up for. Must be something wrong with it. I see that a lot too, where things are just priced really cheap and they sit there forever sometimes in many cases. These are the three factors that affect your listing more so than anything else. Again, the title has to be good. Photo has to be good. Nice quality photo. Rule of thumb is, for the photos, 85% of your image should just be of the item, and the other 15% needs to be white. That is Amazon standard, and if that works on Amazon, every other site will be happy with your photos. You won't get a ding, you won't get less views or anything like that because of the quality of the image. Now, for those who don't sell on Amazon, if your image doesn't meet Amazon's quality standards, your listing may not appear at all on the site. They may hold it pending until you fix those images. I had it happen to me years ago, but that is something that they do also. They'll end your listing. They won't put it up because the quality doesn't meet their criteria. So if it fits Amazon standards, it's good for any site out there. Now, I talk about these three things all the time, just like refreshing when people talk about ending and self-similar and that. Now I can get those same basic results without going one by one, and I can do 500 listings at a time. What I'll do is I'll pick 500 items, I'll click edit, and I'll up the price by $1 or I'll lower the price by $1. It will re-rank your listing based on that new criteria, and it will refresh it because it won't be stagnant with the search results before. You changed one of the 3 key factors in that. Now, $1 is just an example to get some fresh looks at that. Many other things you can do. Doesn't have to be $1. If the items you have are priced higher, 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks, whatever you want to do is the point here. It will get some action because the price has changed. These 3 factors are basically the foundation of your listing: the title, the image, and the price. Bottom line is, if those are good, you'll have far better chance on selling the items. Of course, we're talking about items that you already know should have some potential. Just throwing some junk up there and hoping it will sell is just not a good practice. You waste a ton of time in listing stuff that won't have any potential opportunity to sell in the first place. So what we're selling and what I'm doing with pricing and title and all that, I've researched to know, or it's something I've sold over and over again, and I already know it's something worth my time. Don't waste your time with just junk that won't sell. I see that as well. When I look at stores, there's a lot of people who have just a bunch of stuff that just has no real potential on selling, or it's so common or so cheap that it's just not worth your time to list, to ship, and everything else. Now, you may make $1 or $2 with those low budget items, but your time's worth more than that. So if your sales are suffering or you're not selling or moving some items, constantly be going back in and check the titles of those. Do some more comps. Check in Terapeak to see if more items like that have shown up to give you a better idea on price or keywords, term words, and things to use in the title also. Many times when you've had stuff up for a while, there may be nothing to compare it to, or there may be so few that you really can't get a good census on what you should price it or wording or photo or anything like that. So if I don't move something or I haven't used or messed with the item before, we go back every 30, 60, 90 days, 6 months, whatever the case may be, and we'll reevaluate those items to see if something else can help us steer towards a better title, a better picture, or a better price. Those factors I work with all the time. In many cases, spending some decent time looking back over your store, looking at your items and doing some comp comparisons can really pay off. I find all the time when I kind of direct people into looking at their listings or adding this word or adding that word, that they kind of get a picture on what's going on, and then they can go back in themselves and look at their store and see, well, wow, I missed an animal, I missed something, I missed a city, I missed a last name, I missed some other reason, or I have it listed maybe in the wrong category to begin with, and it may be suffering because of that. If you move stuff around like that, you will get some leverage. It's just like running a sale. If you run a sale on a bunch of stuff, you're going to get some interest, you're going to get some sales out of it, and you will get some watchers where you can send some offers to watchers. But having those 3 key aspects, the title, the photo, and the price correct, will really start you off to begin with. You won't have to be going back in and double checking it. I would far rather make sure that I spend the time before I list it to have all the things proper so I don't have to come back later on and wonder. So doing it diligently in the beginning when you list it is always the best. I would rather do a few extra minutes in the beginning than having to go back later on and figure out where the listings are that I need to address and then go back and search them up again anyway. Now, for those who've watched the channel, you know I price up my items. I know what I want to get out of them to begin with, though. So those up charges are something that I have room to play with for my items. I already have in mind what I want out of them. They're not like it's going to change a year or two down the road unless the entire market crashed, which I don't see happening in most of what we sell. So knowing those factors, knowing you got the right one, will really help your business out, just like the photos. The white background, in my opinion, for most items will help you out. Having a zoom in, a large image that just centers in on something is great as well. Good DPI, 600 DPI is what I use for everything. I know people tell you it doesn't matter, but in my book it does. It also helps with the logarithm from what I see also, especially with Amazon, because Amazon apparently can scan your images to tell the quality just by mere DPI to some extent from the way it looks like. And I'm sure eBay has something similar, especially since they added the ability to have white backgrounds swapped out at the end with an app. So those are key factors that I always look at when I'm selling anything. So all of these play into it, but the bottom line is the foundation, the main structure, what has to be right to get you moving, to have you successful in your business. Your title matters, your photo matters, and the price matters. Those three things will get you sales if you get those right off the bat. Again, make sure you have good items to start with. I would never ever though recommend listing just junk up just to get some stuff up. Never do that. You're wasting your time and energy. Research everything, even if it takes you a few extra minutes to get those numbers, those photos, the title right. Those are what's going to get you the sale. And as I said in the beginning, that's the biggest mistakes that I always see across the board every time I look at a store. I think every store that I've ever looked at has some of those issues in them, even the ones that have been on for a long time. Even me, I've probably got some listings where something just isn't right. Just last week, somebody pointed out something in an image that I totally missed, and sure enough, after I looked into what the person told me I had shown, I changed the title and it sold the next week. So, you know, everybody can have those issues, but hammering them, looking through your store, those will make you money more so than anything else. But that's what I have for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
Here is a shoplifter making her selection while her companion serves as lookout. The chosen dress is placed under her arm temporarily. She doesn't plan to carry it out. She'll wear it.
Sorry, these won't do.
That's right. She's wearing the stolen dress under her own.